Introduction. You're just a kid. You can't do that. Way too many adults. Online, in books, in schools, and in the news, my generation is constantly being told that our future sucks. It doesn't matter if it's climate change, water security, food shortages, or other threats. The message is always that where we live may not stay livable. Even worse is that we're constantly told we can't do anything about it. It's sad. I read about so many other kids, my age, my peers, struggling with anxiety and depression. I can't relate to it, but I understand it. I hear and read where adults question, what's wrong with kids today? What else do they expect when we're constantly told that our future is hopeless, and we're hopeless? I understand the concern about the future at least as well as anyone. I'm already living it. Human-damaged land down the road from my parents' house has created dust storms so thick that we could barely see 100 feet out our front window. This was a reality of my life before I learned about the words climate or environment or knew what they meant. I don't have fears about the future because I'm told it will be bad. My fears are because I know the impact I already live with could get worse. And dust storms aren't the only or even the worst man-made environmental disaster I already have first-hand experience with. But I'm not hopeless about it at all. Even though it is the literal, active, written plan by adults to make it worse, I have hope. My first 14 years on this earth have been different from most other kids. No one has taught me to be angry or upset about the disaster facing my future. I've never been told that it's a hopeless situation, or that I'm hopelessly at the mercy of what adults now choose to do. I've never spent a minute protesting to change the minds of adults who don't care what I think. Like every other kid, I've heard people tell me that I can't do something because I'm just a kid. This silly adult idea that being young makes us incapable and incompetent has discouraged so many other kids from learning what they're capable of and pursuing their dreams. But one of the biggest blessings in my life has been that every time I've heard that nonsense said to me, I can be sure of two things. First, it's never my parents that said it. Second, my parents will not only allow me to work to prove whoever said it wrong, but they encourage me to do so. Why do adults do this to kids? What's the point in putting us down when we want to achieve more than what they believe we can do, while also saying how they hope their kids go further and do better than they ever did? I hear it in person and see it online all the time. The first time I can remember facing this was when I was 5. An older neighbor asked my mom to help them plant their garden. I tried to volunteer to do it, and they said I was too little. Too little for what? Too little to reach the ground with a seed that weighs less than a thumbnail? I asked my parents if I could grow my own garden in our backyard. I had to prove I could do it. They said yes. That was it. No questions or directions. If I wanted to do it, I could. There weren't any limits on how big of a garden I could plant or what I wanted to grow. I wish I had kept a record of my first garden. I dug out the grass and planted rows of corn, green beans, tomatoes, and carrots. I think I grew some zucchini too. I wasn't too little. That neighbor had no reason to look down on me just because of my age. Thankfully, that garden incident grew in me a desire to keep proving people wrong and keep outperforming what adults thought I was capable of. And my parents have never failed to let me. I haven't slowed down in my drive to outperform what others think I can do. I've proven many rumored legal restrictions on kids to be false. I started a small backyard farm I've grown into a 350-acre ranch, and now I'm taking on the challenge of preserving a depleting aquifer without destroying the farm community that depends on it.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.